Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hallmarkies podcast and happy fall. I know you all are in Christmas mode by now, but we're talking about the fall movies
Mhm.
on Hallmark Channel. And there's a lot that we have to talk about. It's going to be fun. These are the movies that aired in the end of September and October before Christmas started. And look forward to talking about them. I am film critic Rachel Wagner, and Mary Richards is here.
Hello.
And how's it going?
So good. I'm happy to have these movies because yes, Christmas is coming, but let's not forget
Yeah,
fall
yeah,
and Halloween and that
yeah.
kind of season. It's yeah, let's not forget it.
I love the fall movies. They're some of
Mhm.
my favorites. And I love the fact the last 2 years they've even been embracing Halloween,
Yes, they have.
which has been very fun.
It feels like the only like Halloween movie for a long time was October Kiss,
Yeah,
and there wasn't any other trick or treating or anything. It was just
yeah,
foliage. So it was fun to embrace that and just the cozy vibes of fall.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it really was. And just the creativity of Halloween, as much as I love Christmas, I don't think there's quite as much room for creativity as this sort of the more like traditions of this is what we have to do every year,
Yeah.
and you love that. But I just love every year coming up with my costume, and it's really fun because this year, the movie show, which I've been doing every Fridays on KSL, this year that Friday is Halloween,
Oh,
31st. So
yeah.
I'm gonna wear a costume
See,
to uh
yeah,
to do
that's
the movie
fun.
show, which will be really fun. And I'm gonna be Princess Buttercup, from Princess
Oh,
Bride.
good choice. That's
So
so fun.
excited. Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch that movie again. Good choice.
I love that movie. So anyway, we have how many? Five, six movies to talk about. Some of them will go into more detail than others.
Mhm.
Uh, but let's dive in. Let's talk about Adventures in Love and Birding. This was on the 27th. It stars Rachel Boston, Andrew Walker. It's writer Nicole Baxter and based on the novel by Sarah T. Dubb. And it's a single mom agrees to be the partner of a bird enthusiast for a birding competition. I don't know why that makes me laugh. All respect you, birders. I just think that sounds funny. But misunderstands the assignment and tells everyone she's his new girlfriend instead of just his teammate. So overall, what do you think about this one?
Well, if it okay, overall, I had a good time because I love these two leads. I'll watch anything they're in,
Uh-huh.
and I have a coworker who is a serious birder.
Oh yeah.
He and his wife go birding all the time. Every morning he starts our morning kind of Slack messages for the day, what we're all working on, with a picture of a bird that he's taken and where it was
Yeah.
and the name of it. So I when I saw these previews, I'm like, Scott, you have to watch this movie. Look at it, it's all about you. And he hasn't yet.
Oh
We've
man.
had a busy few months at the church news, few weeks. But all I could think about was him the whole time and thinking, do other birders, is this really how they do it? Is this all true? Um, I had a fun time. There are a few things that, were like Weight Watts or I could have been puffed up, a little bit,
Uh-huh.
but I love these two and they have insane chemistry. So it was,
They do. And I mean, to be honest, even though I love Andrew Walker as a person, a lot of times I'm not the biggest fan of his projects that he picks. Let's
yeah.
never forget the Staring at Walls movie
Yeah,
that we had. I will never forget. And so yeah, so I went into this, I mean, because that sounds pretty boring, the birding movie, but I
yes.
love a fake dating. So I'm
Oh, the
like,
trope.
okay,
Yes.
yes,
Oh
I
yeah.
love fake dating. And
Yes.
I think the reason why fake dating works so well is that it's just inherently ridiculous. So going into it, you just immediately put your guard down because you're just like, this is absurd. I'm just going for it. You know
Yeah,
what I
you
mean?
have to. Yeah. Otherwise you'll see
Yeah.
like this space bubble or this awkwardness. You just have to like lean in. And they did. I
Yeah.
mean, I
There's
wrote down,
no
I was like,
world where you would tell these kinds of lies and you would not just, I mean, it just gets
it
ridiculous.
would fall
It's,
apart for me so
yeah, it
fast.
would.
Like,
Me
never
too.
mind.
Me too.
Just kidding. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
But what is so hilarious about this movie is that I guess the like birding community, like came out about this movie, and
Oh no.
the yes, the Hallmark uh Instagram post has like 400 something comments, mostly from birders that are upset.
They're
Uh,
serious
oh
people.
yeah, yeah, which is hilarious. And like I said, mad respect. I couldn't do it. But yeah, that like what here. I wonder what those two male varied thrushes are talking about. I hope they hired a location manager to ensure that they are showing correct birds in correct regions, or the birding community is going to go bonkers. And yeah, so the birders, let's see here.
They were
Um,
fact checking left and right, it sounds like.
yeah. Here it says here that the Bird Club WhatsApp group with over 200 members, they meet up to watch Adventures in Love and Birding. Pretty immediately, the two picked up on aspects of birding that didn't ring true. If this guy's like a real birder trying to be a guide, he would not have those binoculars. Those binoculars are like Poro prisons. They're very old fashioned, very beginner level.
Oh, people,
Yeah,
just have a fun time.
here we go. They also thought some of the bird calls didn't match the birds that were shown on screen. So they played to the trill of a screech owl, but that looks like a great horned owl.
I mean, I was wow.
Yeah.
They're intense.
Yeah. I mean, really, this is, but the funny thing about it is that they didn't mind the movie. So you got to give them credit.
Okay.
So it says here, despite its inaccuracies, the birding people that they're in this article had fun watching Adventures in Love and Birding. I appreciated that they went for a birding movie and that a lot of people are talking about it so that it's more in the public eye.
Hmm.
So way to go. That's awesome.
Way to
And
yeah.
yeah. And they say, my whole thing now is making it more widespread and getting rid of the stigma that it's like a bunch of unapproachable antisocial people.
Oh, I did not know that was a stigma, but well, I
So
guess they've been fighting it. So
here, I would give a tip to this Carly person. Um, I would say criticizing the binoculars is not going to help you in that goal. It's not going to help you make it
like,
seem approachable.
you
And
know, yeah, especially if you show up and you're like, that vest is wrong. Those binoculars are wrong. That's not
yeah,
a screech owl. That's a horned owl.
right. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just
Birding is really interesting in that it's a way that people can contribute to science in a meaningful way just by counting birds in their backyard. The
hmm,
more people that do this, the more they add to everyone's individual experience by keeping an eye on their little patch and kind of adding collectively to the experience. So that's a good
well,
point.
yeah, I guess so.
And I hadn't thought about.
I hadn't either.
So but I think what makes this movie work, not only the fake dating, which is hilarious, and the chemistry, which I agree, is that like I do like the fact that this felt like characters that matched their age.
Yeah, it did. Good point. I mean,
She's divorced,
yeah.
he's gone through all these relationships. Her ex cheated on her.
Oh, that was rough.
They both have had relationships. They both have experienced life. They
Yeah.
have, and that just makes it so much better than the Ariel Kebbel playing a girl that's just out of her internship and in college. I
Yeah.
mean, and she's 40, like
I
what?
know. Or those where
Yeah.
they're like where they're so hung up on high school. You're like these, but these actors aren't in
Yes.
their 20s. These are in
Right.
they're in their 40s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I like that. I thought that was good.
Hmm.
And so it was fun.
Yeah.
And I like when she said, pretend to be someone's girlfriend. I've officially entered my midlife crisis.
That was pretty funny. I know. She Rachel Boston always, I feel like, leans in on every role. I've noticed she'll just throw her arms around her characters. She's huggy, she's, physical. Like she's like, I'm here. I am working, instead of phoning it in. And he was a little more subdued in this one. I kept comparing it to that one where he was the royal, like Johnny and like goofy. But it was this calm, kind of measured
Yeah, he
guy.
was.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
liked that for her. The only thing I thought was, gosh, if her marriage of 22 years has just ended because of infidelity, she would be a wreck and her daughter would be a wreck.
Yeah.
But they kept it together. Maybe there'd been a little more time that had passed. So I got a Gilmore Girls vibe between mother and daughter, but then daughter trying to pull away from mom. That was
Mm,
kind of poignant for me because I have a senior in high school this year and a college student, and they're kind of becoming
yeah.
more independent from me. And
Yeah.
my boys, my little chickadees. The whole theme of the birds in the nest that she was watching, and at the end, the baby
Yeah.
birds are gone. Like her own daughter is flying the nest.
Like it's one thing that basically all of my friends are married and have kids. But it's a whole nother thing that almost all my friends are finished raising their kids. Like,
Oh,
how did that happen? Like, even
your babies are like
my
big.
sister and brother both, they're like, my youngest niece is I think she's 15, 16, something like
Yeah,
that. So yeah, it's
growing up. I've been like last
that
night, my little
happened.
9-year-old, my baby, I was like, I'm gonna rock you like you're a baby again. She's like, you're weird.
The
Like,
one thing I was a little bit confused by with this movie, and I was a little distracted, I admit it, when I was watching it. I understand the rules of the birdathon.
oh yeah, those were weird.
Because they like finding more birds, but then there's like trivia night and there's
Yeah.
like
Was that
points.
just to give us more events where they interact, I guess? Or
What is how do we declare a winner?
because isn't it on the honor system? You just come and you say, I counted 200, and they're like, okay, I believe you. Like,
Right.
take
Yeah.
a picture
And
of each and
oh
record
yeah,
it.
maybe they did make some kind of they did take pictures, I think.
Yeah, he
But
often yeah.
do you get certain amount for different birds?
Because
Or
some are more rare, maybe. Like
I would think so.
yeah.
But um I didn't really understand the rules of birding. So
No.
maybe if I'd been with these people or your neighbor, that
Yeah.
would have been
It would
helpful.
have been a little more understanding. Or they would have been like, that's not true. Like a trivia night during a birding competition. I don't know.
Oh
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe it does. And a dance. But the dance was something else, right? Yeah, that was
Yeah.
because there were some events that she had for her work and some for the birding, and then they would go to both. And
Yeah. So that was a little the 3 week birdathon. May the best birder win. I was like, what is happening?
I know. And they didn't win. I guess I expected they would, but that was interesting,
The other thing I thought was interesting is the whole conflict with her daughter not wanting to go to school or being conflicted
about
about going to
college.
school.
Yeah.
Because I think that, I mean, nobody enjoyed college more than me. I absolutely loved my undergrad. It was a great experience, and my grad. I loved going to college, but even I can say it is definitely not for everybody. And it's becoming increasingly irrelevant as far as like, I mean, I've barely, aside from like learning basic skills of writing and reading and editing and things like that, I've barely used my liberal arts degree at
Yeah.
all. In my
Yeah.
career, pretty much everything in my career has been self-taught, or the my manager, whoever it might be at the time, teaching me things like that. So I get it. I get what this daughter was feeling.
Yeah. She's like, why should I go take all these like GEs and stuff? I want to do something else. I think there's
Yeah.
another path.
Yeah.
And
And if you're,
yeah.
I mean, and I think it makes a ton of sense if you are doing those general eds to just do those at a community college, do them
Yeah,
for
don't
cheap.
don't
That's
go
what
to
I
debt.
did. My
Yeah.
first year, I did it at the community college.
Yeah. Don't go into a lot of debt and
Doesn't make sense.
find something that leads directly to like a path to a career. It
Yeah.
seems like that daughter was pretty mature. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was a pretty good conflict between mother and daughter. And
Yeah. Some tension as she's working through
mhm.
that while she's doing this birding competition and fake dating and am I or am I
Yeah.
not falling in love with this guy and does he or does he not? Is he pretending too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also got, so in the bowling scene, we get a pretty
Wow.
swoony scene. It was pretty good. And he's like,
Wow.
I've been a terrible fake boyfriend.
And then he like leans in and smells her perfume, like smells her ear or like her cheek or wow.
Yeah.
That
It was
was
good. It was
very good.
he did a very good job. Andrew Walker, you did an excellent job kissing. Way to
Wow.
go.
That I was like,
It was
oh,
swoony.
he
It
was
really
leaning. And then he's like, we're going for it. Yes.
Yeah,
Very
it was tender. He took care of her. It was good. It was
It
really
wasn't like,
good.
let's pretend to kiss. Mwah! It was a, oh,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then that made that sweet kiss after trivia so spontaneous and sweet as well. Like after they won the
Hmm.
trivia and they just like lean in and kiss. That was cute too. Very cute movie. I think a lot of people were surprised to get so many kisses.
Yeah, I was. I know I was for sure.
Yeah.
And we get Andrew Walker sans shirt.
Oh yeah. Hallmark, what's going on?
Yeah.
Kind of a little risque.
We got two of those in today's episode we're going to be talking about in the
Oh
Jane
yeah.
mysteries too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, Andrew Walker was shirtless in a couple other movies. One of the Three Wise Men movies,
Yeah.
and then was it the one where he was the royal or the duke? Yeah, they.
Oh yeah, he was in that. Yeah, you're right. I forgot
I'm
about that.
like, this is a thing now, I guess. Hallmark's just gonna push the envelope a little bit.
The anniversary party of the one of her coworkers.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think so.
and that's where they're dancing. And what are we doing pretending? We need to stop. And he's like, I can't pretend anymore.
Mm,
And that's when the colleague finds out, and so it starts to kind of come unraveled
right.
the lie. Um, and the daughter, that's when the daughter says that she doesn't want to go to University of Arizona, and she's having like an art show. And I especially think if you are if you are getting a degree in the fine arts, I think it's
Yeah,
especially irrelevant. Like
yeah.
all of that you can learn. I think learning is good and going to classes and things, but having a degree and spending thousands and thousands of dollars for a fine arts degree, it makes no sense to
I
me.
know, because what do you want to do with it unless you want to be a teacher and they insist on a
Yeah,
PhD,
no,
you
I
know,
agree.
or
Unless you want to
whatever.
be a teacher, it makes no sense. Just
You
make
just-
art. If that's what
I
you want to
know.
do, like go to classes, gain, learn
Hey,
new art
yeah,
skills.
hone your
Um,
skill, but don't
you don't
go over all
have
this
to,
debt.
yeah, it makes I would strongly discourage if I had a child that was thinking of going I would
Yeah,
not. I don't
all
think it
that debt. I know.
yeah, it does not. I wouldn't do it, but if everybody's journey is different, I get that.
It's
But
true.
um she's having the art show, and then he shows up and he brings her french fries, and I don't want to lose sight of you, and I didn't mean to fall for you. That was cute.
It was super cute. Super. I was kind of. I got the vibe. I was like, he has to show up to this art show, right? Is he going to?
Yeah.
And then when he did, I'm like, oh, good, he did.
And then he's like, so that means you did fall for me, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. So that was cute.
Very cute. I think they'll be like, okay, Mary, they're not real. But I'm like, I think they're going to be the cutest couple and their future is bright.
Yeah, no, it's true. Like sometimes I think about that this is not this couple in a Hallmark movie does not bode well.
Yeah, staying power or whatever.
No.
But no, I think
Yeah.
yeah, she's going to support him with his new company. He's going to be just be right at home on her couch when
Yeah.
daughter comes home from class, you know. I could
So
picture
how many crowns would you give Adventures in Love and Birding out of 5?
okay, I have to think about it by itself because if I compare it to the other movies, it's going to be lower. Like if I was
Mm-hmm.
but in a vacuum, it's probably like 3.5, 3 3/4.
I agree. That's what I would give it to, 3.5. It was
Yeah.
perfectly pleasant little Hallmark
Yeah.
movie.
Fun.
It got the fall vibes. Like I said, I liked the fact that it felt like I was watching a movie about a 40-year-old.
Yeah.
Um, and they had good chemistry. So I don't know what else aside from the birding community wanting to be more accurate. I don't know what else you could ask for in
Right.
this movie.
Yeah. It was unique. We haven't seen this kind of angle before.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were both darling.
I've heard that the book is actually quite good. That
Oh yeah. I
I
gotta
didn't
mark
have
that down.
time to I didn't have time to read it ahead of time. I wanted
Yeah.
to, but just got busy. But yeah, 3.5, I think is perfect score for it.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho. We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. It's the Hallmarkies Patreon.
Do you love Hallmarkies podcast, especially at Christmas?
Do you enjoy the holiday previews, recaps, interviews, and bonus episodes?
If the answer is yes, please consider supporting the Hallmarkies Patreon. We need your help to do what we do both during the Christmas season and all year round.
But not only do you help a podcast led by strong, independent women by becoming a Patreon, you get to become a part of the Hallmarkies family.
Starting at only $2 a month as a patron, you will have access to our Facebook Patreon group where we talk about the movies, shows, and more all year.
We also have many monthly patron watch-alongs with guests like Lacey Chabert, Natalie Hall, Paul Campbell, Mary Lou Henner, and more, giving their behind-the-scenes details of their films.
As a patron, you also have the chance to provide input into the podcast and even join us at different tiers.
So this Christmas season, spread some cheer to the Hallmarkies Patreon and become a member today. You won't regret it.
Go to patreon.com/Hallmarkies to learn more.
That's patreon.com/Hallmarkies.
Home turf. And this aired on the 4th, stars Nikki DeLoach and Warren Christie, director McLean Nelson, who I got to interview.
Yeah.
Really fun one. You should definitely check it out. Writers Greg Rawson and Brian Sawyer. Cassidy is the president of a small college whose life is thrown for a loop when freshmen on the football team move into her home. Can Logan, the handsome coach, help smooth things over? So this was fun. Not only was it a fun movie, but it was fun because it was shot like right by us.
All around us.
Yeah.
I had a great time. I'm like, this establishing shot. I'm like, that's Westminster College. I know exactly where that is. I've been on that campus. And then other places I knew exactly. I was like, I know where that is. I know where that is.
Yeah.
I had so much
and a
fun.
lot of the supporting cast I have seen in various productions.
Yes, all
like
around
even,
Utah.
like it was really funny because the when they have the crazy coffee spill, meet cute, the woman she buys coffee from, I had literally just seen at Salt Lake Acting Company. She's in a play called The Roommate right now.
Oh.
Yeah. And so it was just kind of funny to see her. It's a small role in this.
Yeah. But still, they're filming in Utah. They need some extras and bit parts. And so there'd be all the people that you see in theater.
Yeah.
That's really fun.
Yeah. So this one, it was a little light on the romance, I thought, and more about her dealing with these players, which was nice and I enjoyed it, but I could use like a little more.
Yeah, I know, romance. Just a teeny bit more, but I
liked it.
I loved it. This was the first one I watched them out of order. And that was the first one I watched for the fall movies. And from the beginning, I'm like, this is really fun because I just connected with it. It reminded me of my boys. Maybe
and you're more of a football person. I mean, I'm zero a football person, so
I have
much.
Two boys in football right now. Just went to a game yesterday. I have a game tomorrow. Like it's our life right now. So this really was. I just had a great time because I am a mom of 4 boys. 2 of them play football. These boys in this movie, I'm like, yup. This is correct. The birders had trouble with the birding movie. This football mom had no trouble with the football in this movie.
You're like, boys, do not behave this way.
When you ever put together around, watch how they treat this house. This is not how I raised you.
Yeah, right.
It was also like 7 Brides for 7 Brothers vibes.
Yeah, I agree. I thought of that too.
She's like the mom all of a sudden and having to shape up, like these.
Yeah. Well, so Westminster College is where they shot this. It's a real college, Westminster College, which was fun to see.
Those historic buildings and the campus is gorgeous. That was really fun. I think it fit really well for what they were trying to have this be, which was this kind of this smaller type of, not a big university, but like a college.
It did kind of make me laugh, them pretending this is Ohio. I'm like, yeah,
I know.
Sure.
Did you keep looking? I feel like they did a good job getting mountains out of the background.
Yeah, they did a good job with that. It wasn't like when they were pretending that Salt Lake was Denver in the Candace Cameron Bure twin movie. Remember that?
Yes, I totally remember that.
Switched to Christmas, I think is what it was called.
Establishing shot. Denver, Colorado.
Denver. It's supposed to be Denver, and they show it's got like the Salt Lake Temple. It's got like what? Was
And
there
the mountains
really?
right there.
Yeah.
Like, that's not Denver.
Was there really no stock photography of Denver? Like what?
Yeah.
It's hilarious. But no, this they did a way better at hiding it. But it made me laugh because their big, I guess, tell that this was the Midwest was the fact that they had Cincinnati spaghetti.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
That was quite the
amazing.
plant, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
I've had that. It's a
it's
unique
delicious.
dish. And they were like, Cincinnati spaghetti. It has chili, it has cheese.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
do
get
like
it. You're in
that.
Ohio.
Oh
Most of
man,
us are your tongue.
if you go out that way, go to Steak and Shake. Oh,
Oh, I miss Steak and Shake. I
yes.
grew up in Missouri. Oh, I do like Steak and Shake.
Is the best fast food.
We would go there after school stuff. Yeah, that was so
Mm,
fun.
so good. But yeah, they have Cincinnati chili
And
spaghetti
they,
there.
yes. Okay, I'll get it. We're in Ohio.
Yeah,
All right.
right.
This is not Utah for everybody watching. Utah, it's not. I couldn't figure
uh,
out where their high school or not high school. I know it had to have been a high school football field they
I know
were
I was wondering
on.
about that too, because
Oh,
they don't have football at Westminster.
no, no, my friend played soccer there, and then another friend played volleyball there. So they have a fair amount of collegiate sports that are really, really
Oh,
prestigious. But I was like, that football field, it had a track around it because I thought, is it West High because of the W?
I wondered about that too. Is it or
Yeah.
East High?
Yeah. But I need to go back and like do frame by frame to picture the buildings in the background and a freeway. If anybody knows, let us know.
No.
If you knew right away.
Yeah, yeah. But this was such an epic meet cute.
Oh,
The
I
like
know.
coffee disaster.
Oh man, that poor coat. I was like, quick, go dry clean it quick. It's so cute. And then get his number because they both, you could tell from them, they were attracted to each
Oh
other.
yeah.
They
Like
both like
it
look each other up and down.
like it's one thing to have the coffee collision meet
Hmm.
cute, but this was like
He catches her.
yeah, it was really dramatic.
It was
Made me laugh.
the whole movie. It really had that feel of over the top, but not in a bad way. I loved all of it. Like that
Oh
very,
yeah.
yeah, like
But
huge spills, huge falls.
and then when he says we shared a coffee, I laughed. We
Yeah,
shared
we've met. We
coffee.
shared a coffee.
Um, and and then she is like driving like a maniac.
Oh, so funny.
And on that use in the a golf cart, it's like a golf cart, she's
Yeah.
like driving like whoa, she's unhinged.
Man,
Yeah,
kudos to Nikki. Her
yeah.
whole character was so much fun. She's
Well,
just,
and I was glad that they gave her some comedy finally, because we've been saying that for a long time.
yeah,
They keep putting her in these like 5 more minutes,
two
like
turtle doves. Yeah,
yes.
she's
And
dealing with grief.
she's
Yeah,
good in those, but
she was great
she can do the comedy.
for sure.
Yeah, she can do the comedy.
When she'd
And
come down the driveway and be like, the sorority, they blocked me in again.
oh, I know. Oh my
So funny.
gosh. And so she has to ends up having to share her house with the football players because pipe burst, the dorm's a mess. And uh, and so that's the main plot of the movie.
Right,
Like I said, the romance is really kind of a
right.
side plot. It's really her learning to live with these boys,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah. And
liked.
which, oh, I had so much fun. The
Yeah.
protein things, all the piles of bacon on the piano. I was like, yes, this is very accurate. Um, there was also the whole tension or the subplot, or maybe it was trying to be a main plot of fundraising for the school with
Yeah.
that main fundraise that guy. And that brought in the tension with Warren Christie, who's gonna,
Yeah.
but they
That's
also,
true. But that was also kind of related to the boys because they would like be loud or
yeah,
interrupting her or whatever, which I feel like there's nobody that's like so unreasonable that they wouldn't be like, just explain the situation. I
I
have all these
know.
boys living, like,
She
and
just
they'd be
told
like,
him.
okay.
Like that Zoom call when she was like, they were going crazy in the background. She'd be like,
Yeah,
the football players are at my house. Just be patient for just a second.
exactly. That we all have been doing Zoom long enough that we understand.
Yeah.
We understand.
You probably heard my husband
Mm.
walking around upstairs a minute
Yeah.
ago. I was like,
But my home has been taken over by barbarians.
and then what does she tell him? And you are their chief.
Yeah. And I was surprised that they made him so untidy. She goes over to his house and he's got like a pizza out. It's
Yeah.
pretty dirty. He's like,
Yeah.
you
Were they trying
usually,
to? Mm.
that surprised me.
Yes. Was it to try to set up a little bit more of a will they, won't they, or opposites attract? Because she was
Yeah,
so
I think
obvious and so
it was
neat.
supposed to be like an enemies to lovers kind of a thing, but usually they don't. They just usually don't have their leading men like that. Like they're usually
Hmm.
more sort of like perfect and you know,
Yeah, he had some flaws.
yeah. So I thought that was interesting.
He was so cute to her though, wasn't he?
He
Like
was.
so cute.
I like when she says, "You are going to protect my tranquility candles and my oat milk."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, her oat milk when they go grocery shopping together and they were acting like a married couple. Like putting stuff in the cart, taking that out, both looking at this, both, just that rhythm of movement was really good. Good acting, good blocking.
Yeah,
I
it was. It was
that.
good. They had a nice chemistry
So
together,
good.
and the. I mean, in fairness, I don't think that these boys would be interested in tranquility candles or oat milk, but I
Not at all.
don't think so.
At all.
But the boys apologize after she loses it,
Yeah.
and then we get another early kiss in this movie. They're like testing out because
Yes.
there's this big like alumni gala
Hmm.
kind of a thing,
Hmm.
and so they're dancing, testing it out, and yeah, we got a pretty big kiss.
Oh, it was a big one.
It
Yeah.
was.
I was
It
like,
really
oh,
was.
well, we're late.
I
They,
also love in romantic comedies or even just romances in general, where there's like a ball or a gala or something like that, and the person is like moving through, and then they just like stop and like so they're transfixed by the beauty of the person at the
yes.
other end of the ballroom. I
Yes.
love that.
Oh yeah, that double take, that Cinderella
Yes.
when when Richard Armitage is it no, not
Yes.
Richard Armitage, when what's his name comes in, then Lily James comes down. That does it.
Oh yeah. I
That
love that.
yeah, especially when they're like at the top of the stairs and come down, or the crowd parts in the dance floor and you see
Oh,
them across the way. Yeah,
it's
very
so
clever, very
good.
sweet, very swoony.
The long look over the crowded room. I
That's
love that.
very good.
And but then he misses the meeting, which is another way that they showed him to be a pretty flawed character. Eh, like she has a legit reason to be annoyed with him, to be
Yeah,
upset with him, which I
yeah,
liked. That like that makes it more relatable. It makes it like feel
yeah.
like because human beings in real life, they miss meetings, they screw up. You need to
I
forgive each
know.
other. Like I thought that was actually a pretty interesting character
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, and it was different than your usual like complete blown out of proportion misunderstanding that could be solved with
Yes.
one sentence. This was a real like he's like I was late. I messed up. I'm so sorry.
Well, and no, he made the deliberate choice to pick the interview with this job interview thing
Oh yeah,
over being at the meeting with her.
with her with
You
the
know, and
yeah.
and I do think that the whole ending with him not taking the job, I'm like, yeah, right.
That
I,
felt
I mean,
yeah.
it's good because it's a Hallmark movie. That's how you need it to end. I totally get it. But like I don't even know football. And I know that being a coach at Ohio State is like top tier.
Yeah, or where yeah, like that I know we want everything to work out where our hero and heroine will live together in their small town forever, but in reality there are job opportunities, big
Yeah.
big ones, and that was a big one. So
Yeah.
how
And
yeah.
I mean, I think I would have been fine if it just been like, I'm really sorry, but I really have enjoyed getting to know you and I'd like to keep. And if you can forgive me, I am sorry. But I get it. I get it why they had to do that. It's a Hallmark ending.
Yes.
But I mean, isn't Ohio State like top tier?
Did
A
he
lot of
say
national
oh
championships and things like
yes,
that.
but did he
Yeah.
say Ohio State, or did he say like something like Central Ohio, like it was a made up?
Oh, I thought he said Ohio
Maybe
State.
he did, and I forgot to do my homework there.
Oh, it's possible. I thought I'd heard Ohio State,
You're
and
right.
I was
Maybe
like,
it was.
because
That's the
isn't like
Ohio State, they call it. Yeah.
okay, isn't
Yeah.
Ohio State and like Florida and like
Again, they're all big, 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 big.
yeah,
Yeah.
that those are like the big Alabama, I feel like but
They're all
uh,
super big. But I thought
yeah,
it felt like they'd done a tiny tweak in the title to make it sound like they were
they might
pretending
have.
it was Ohio State, but because the rest of us would have been like, no, there's no way he'd coach there.
Yeah, right. It could be. If people heard it different, then let me
Yeah, let
know.
us know. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because you're right. You're probably exactly right. The deal was this is a smaller college and this was a big university
Yeah.
opportunity, which you're right. I
I
mean,
was surprised that they would have the male character not only be messy, not only be untidy, but also be legit selfish and self-interested, and make a choice. And then I like that's interesting, I
yeah,
thought.
yeah,
I think that I do like the fact that both of these movies were kind of grown-up movies.
yeah, yeah.
And her interactions with the boys was really endearing and sweet.
Oh, so fun.
It was
Because you see
really
them
nice.
changing through her mentorship and almost like
Yeah.
being like a mom in some ways, noticing things they each needed. She's softening through their influence. Really, really liked all of
And
that.
they make her all that food, and she's
Yeah.
actually sad when they leave. And I can understand that because I like if I have guests come and stay in because I have a guest room,
Mhm.
when they leave, I feel so sad. I'm like, oh, it feels so
House feels
empty.
empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I love, my independence as well, but it's amazing how quick you can get into a routine with somebody. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? Like when Jax was here for just like 4 days, she wasn't even here that
Yeah.
long, and it was I felt so sad.
I know. And then they leave and you're like, oh, the house is quiet.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, oh, the house is quiet. Other times you're like, oh,
Yeah.
the house is quiet.
Because you get in those rhythms so
Yeah.
quickly.
And she
It's
totally did with these boys.
mhm.
And the chief barbarian living over the garage.
Yeah. So he did a good job protecting her tranquility candles and oat milk.
That was so funny. So
Uh, but yeah, I like this one. I thought it was sweet. I would definitely watch it again. So I would give it 4.
yeah, I think I'm at like 4.5 because I had so much fun with the football aspect and the boys.
Yeah.
All that rang so true. I just kept laughing. And I really was impressed with both Warren Christie and Nikki DeLoach with their just really leaning in and having a fun time. It was obvious they were having fun.
So then we had on the 11th, we had Hall at the Halloween. Of course, stars Lacey Chabert, Wes Brown, Stephen Tobolowsky, Melissa Peterman, and director McLean Nelson again.
Yeah.
He's crushing it. And he wrote this one with Christopher Sy. New Halloween obsessed neighbors inspire residents of Evergreen Lane to haul out their spookiest costumes and decor to become ever Scream Lane. And I loved this one. I thought it was so funny. I mean, I've liked all three,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Just because it felt so fresh with all
Yes.
the Halloween stuff and it was so funny, I think
Mhm.
I might like this one the best.
I agree. I totally agree.
It even
I
had a
was smiling.
wedding.
Yes, at a wedding. I was
Yeah.
smiling from the beginning. I looked at my face. I'm like, my face is not I'm feeling my cheeks. They're just smiling. It was, I had the best time. This
Yeah.
is by far my favorite of the month or this
Yeah.
season,
Agreed.
and maybe even my favorite of the three. Maybe because it's so fresh and new, but oh, I
Yeah.
just had a great time.
Mm. I agree. I was laughing throughout,
Yes.
and the fact that they had Kimberly J. Brown and her husband Daniel Kuntz, they're married in real life as these
Okay.
new neighbors. I mean, I love Kimberly J. Brown. I mean, both of them they met on Halloween Town, so it
Oh.
was like a perfect thing to have, like this
Ooh.
basically Halloween movie royalty in this Halloween movie, and I so I loved that. They were so fun as the
They
new
were really fun.
neighbors.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. And our favorite returning characters were just a blast as well. Ned in
Mhm.
from the very beginning, Ned's in like this bush outfit as he's pretending to like, or he's trying to hide and spy.
Yeah.
I was dying.
Well,
Oh,
and as Wes's character is, he's getting more and more hinged about the fact his mom is dating Ned. It made me laugh.
so hard
It's
when he
so funny.
smashes the pumpkin on the street and it's like in multiple angles on the TV show. Oh my gosh. On the
Now,
TV
this
news.
is one, Jared, that's his character's name, Jared.
Jared. Yes.
This is one that I think would be a good gateway Hallmark movie. Like I was telling the guys at movie show, Andy and stuff, I was like, I bet y'all would like this one. It's
I
funny
hope they
enough.
would.
It's
Yeah.
not like it's if you like family comedies, I think you'd like this. I don't think you have to be
Absolutely.
into
Yeah.
Hallmark movies.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some previews for some of the upcoming Christmas movies. I'm like, I'm trying to get people to Hallmark. That one's not going to be it.
Right. Yeah, no,
They're
that's
gonna
so
you know
true.
what I'm talking about. They'd be looking at
Oh
me like,
yeah.
nope, I'm not. I'm out. But
Hey,
this one is the ensemble, it's just
yeah. Yeah.
it's so much fun. It's a fun family. You would laugh, I would hope. I would
I'm
hope.
not going to be able to get Andy to watch the Matchmaking Angels movie,
No, it's
but
just
this I might be able
yeah.
to
I think he
watch.
would. Because the
It's
writing
so
is so clever, the
funny.
acting is so crisp.
Yeah.
And this one, did you notice it really leaned into Utah more than the other two?
Yes, and that was fun because because I knew I was interviewing McLean and because Virginia Pierce was on the movie show, so she was talking all about filming in Utah. She's the head of the Utah Film Commission.
Oh yeah,
So that was super fun to have her on to talk about this movie.
yeah.
And because yeah, they talked about UVU, they talked about
Going to Provo,
Fashion Place, I think was
I
mentioned at
think
one
so.
point. Yeah.
Going to Swigalicious in Sugar
Yes.
House, and they come back with the big cups. I was dying.
Yeah, that was really funny. And that whole long sequence film that Taylor made in Provo,
Yeah,
that was
it's
fun.
like it's just a commercial now, isn't it, for them?
Yeah.
But man, when he turns around, he's Gandalf. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Oh, I loved
Really
your interview
fun,
with him, by the
fun
way.
costumes. And I was surprised that Hallmark let them lean into like horror just a little bit.
Yeah,
Like to have him as Freddy Krueger at
yeah.
one point, to have Melissa Peterman and daughter dressed up as the
The
twins
Shining
from The
twins.
Shining. That makes me laugh.
Spot on when they tilt their heads the same way. Oh, I died. Because Halloween, it feels like they treat it a little cutesy and fun, but there's
Yeah.
horror, scary aspects of Halloween, and so they kind of flirted with some of those. Yeah,
That the little nods, but obviously
yeah,
nothing like scary or anything like
right.
that. But it just it felt pretty authentic, I think, to what if ever Scream Lane really existed in Sandy, that this is what it would
This
be
is what
like.
absolutely, because there are Halloween, like you can take, like when you can look at a map of houses to go look at Christmas lights. I think they also have one for Halloween
Oh,
decorations now
that'd
for
be fun.
and a lot of them are like Sandy, Draper, East
Mhm.
Bench, where they really have gone all out. They've got music, they've got decorations galore. They
Well,
go
that's the interesting thing about Utah is that you wouldn't guess, sort of straight laced Utah, that we would love not only Halloween so much, but we would love haunted things so
yeah,
much.
I
I
know.
I have never seen anywhere where there are so many haunted houses.
Yes.
There's so many haunted
Yeah.
houses, haunted mills, haunted trails,
Oh
haunted
yeah.
corn mazes, haunted.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
I think Gardner Village isn't haunted, but it's the same thing with like
yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
lean into all of that and
There's
uh,
so many. It
yeah.
really haunted circus. That was a thing a while back.
Oh, I remember that.
I
Nightmare
mean,
on 13th.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
don't go to any of them,
I'm not a fan of
but
these. I'm
the
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 cutesy Halloween fan. I don't
the
like jump scares.
the few things that I have been to, I was really annoyed because it's just like you can see the actors they're there and they're like hello.
Yeah,
But I it's not for me, but it
not for
is
me.
interesting how like you would not put that together. But I guess when you think about it, like being a pretty spiritually minded people, it kind of makes sense in a way that you'd believe in sort of darker spirits, darker,
Yeah.
haunted house, things like that.
Yeah.
sort of the flip side.
There's evil in addition
Yeah.
to, yeah.
So in a
Yeah.
way, it kind of makes sense, but I think most people would be surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I like I like when I think it was Melissa Peterman says, "We don't have time for your sensory obsession." She had a lot of funny lines when
They,
she's like,
oh, she really did the whole cruller and crawler and little tiny little moments where I was like, that is so clever.
when
That
she
was
says hot yoga taught by Ned, it might be free, but you will pay dearly. That was really funny. I was
very,
laughing.
very clever. There were so many. I had like this funny note, not just her with her clever lines, but Jared had clever lines. Remember my mantra, not my weeds, not my garden. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, his
uh,
freaking out was funny. He's a good straight character, like,
yes.
to bounce the humor off of.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I loved, by the way, your interview with him. You talked about the glasses.
Oh yeah.
We love him with glasses, this character, but it was
Yeah.
so interesting that that was like just happened to happen. And
Because he wears glasses.
yeah,
And he even
but
called it glasses gate, which made me laugh.
yeah, it's the glasses gate.
Glasses gate.
But that's all I can see him with his character is that way. And just so cute. The chemistry
Yeah.
continued between him and Lacey. I totally believed that they were still, madly in love and just got married. Super cute. I really liked that.
Yeah, it was really good. I did, like I said, I loved he's freaking out about Ned dating his mom. He's
Oh, I
like, I
know.
can't deal with this. And then when Pamela, when she says, Melissa Peterman's character, she says, I'm a PhD destroy the competition.
Oh yeah.
PhD destroy.
What was another clever moment with Pamela was when they name her and she's not the winner and she faints straight forward and she wakes up and it's totally the Wizard of Oz. She's in the bed, they're all
Yeah.
eating around her. Oh,
Also,
clever.
the fact that Ned and Belinda, the mom, that they have Romeo and Juliet on their pumpkins. Star-crossed lovers will light up the autumnal sky. That was really
But he's
funny.
trying to talk to him over a beer, like, do you know what your mother's favorite star is? Like, I do not. The North. He's like, no.
And this was probably a very niche 1990s joke, but I still thought it was funny when when Jared destroys the pumpkin, which we found out in the interview with McLean that it actually wasn't a pumpkin, that it because they filmed this in April and there were no pumpkins, so they had to create a pumpkin out of a watermelon, which is
Oh,
very
I
interesting.
missed that. I gotta.
A band, Smashing Pumpkins, in the 90s, led by a singer named Billy Corgan. So when he says Jared went full Billy Corgan on that pumpkin, that made me laugh.
Yeah, because he smashed it. Yeah, yeah, that
Yeah.
was clever. There's so many little lines. Did you catch the one when she goes to visit Ashlyn, the reporter, and they're over the intercom? They say, "We need Ashlyn in Studio C," and I just thought,
Yeah.
oh, Studio
Oh
C
yeah, I didn't catch that, but
is
yeah,
filmed in Utah. So
that's true.
yeah,
Uh, uh, that and when they say that he's the strangest man I've ever met. I'm catching feelings for Ned, even though he's the strangest man. I like to. He said today felt more like Nightmare on Elm Street than ever, and it should be called Evermean Lane.
oh yeah, yeah.
Some good jokes.
Oh, so many.
Yeah.
They.
Uh,
I want
and
an.
then go
Yeah,
ahead.
I was gonna say I want. Did you feel like they left the tiny room open for another sequel because he's invited to Santa Academy? I
Oh
want I
yeah.
want another movie. I love these folks
Yeah.
so much. I love the whole street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I would love it. And yeah, I mean, you almost want to say, could they do another holiday? I mean, there's not that many holidays that
Where
people
you go all
really
out.
decorate outside,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. For Utah, we love Pioneer Day and the 4th of July,
true. Yeah,
but
and
that's
4th of
not gonna
July.
go well, for like a country. Yeah. Like Pioneer Day is our own local holiday. So
Yeah,
those
and
are the two
you
big
don't really
ones.
decorate that much.
No, not as big where you can go all out like Christmas and Halloween.
Yeah. But it would, I mean, because there's like Easter, but you don't really decorate that much for Easter.
No, not to this extent.
You
With
do like the hunt. That would be hilarious to have
oh,
this group doing an Easter egg hunt.
actually, that would be funny.
And I've said for a long time that Hallmark needs to make an Easter movie because the ones they made have been absolutely atrocious. But they need to make an Easter movie. I guess that blessing bracelet one, that was okay. But
Yeah.
most part they've been bad. And but where you have a Easter egg hunt where the character finds diamond ring in the Easter egg
Oh,
hunt and gets
yeah.
proposed to. Wouldn't that be perfect?
Sweet. Yeah.
Oh, look, I found this Easter egg. Oh, ding.
I do. Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's right.
I love you.
uh, and then we have, so he makes up with Ned. He's like, the game of love is high risk, high reward. And please treat her well. I did love this line. Never use my mother and nymph in the same sentence ever again. He's like,
Never again.
and he says, that's a big ask.
Yeah, yeah. Like he's like, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can promise that.
Big ask. That made me laugh.
Oh man.
um,
I have to watch it. I'm going to watch it again. It's still on the DVR because I want to catch all those clever things again that
yeah.
went by so fast, or just to appreciate them.
And when Pamela freaks out about the cooking contest, that made me laugh.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's so good. She she is such a good actress.
Yeah, I love her so much. And I don't like gossip, says the woman who invented the Avril Lavigne conspiracy.
Oh yeah, and then like what her dad is like leaning like, what's happening? What's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, and then somebody said at some point, oh come on, that's just yellow journalism. And that made me laugh a lot too. And the couple, oh, what's the name of the older couple? And they were dancing in like a rap music at the
Oh
end.
yeah, the DJ Frankenstein and his
Yes.
boo lady.
Yes. That is so clever. There are so many actors and actresses who have had great careers. Let's have them be in these movies.
Yeah.
They have a lot to bring.
And I guess she had rapped in the previous one. I'd forgotten. I don't think it's as
Oh,
long.
yeah.
But McLean was saying when I asked him about it that I guess Ellen Travolta, her only request was that to give her more time to practice the rap because I guess in the previous one she had just gotten kind of pounced on her. She's like, could you give me more time? And she did a great job.
Yes. Oh yes.
So she it was good. I did laugh at all the Nickelback jokes.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
I don't
man.
follow pop music at all, but I know enough to know that Nickelback is like uncool.
Yeah.
And so that was
We're giving her a hard
funny
time
to
for
me.
liking it. The whole setup in her attic. Yeah.
Yeah. That was funny. Chatty Kruger. That's what they called it. Chatty Kruger. So Freddy Krueger. That was funny. And yeah, then Jared going to the Santa Academy. That's right. I bet you
Yeah.
that was.
Whoa.
How did you feel about the attempt to try to kind of co-opt Christmas? Like, or the attempt to sort of co-opt Halloween with the tropes of Christmas.
Oh yeah. In the past, I think I had strong feelings because I run this Christmas podcast with my friend Ricky Meese called the Sleigh Bells and Mistletoe Christmas Podcast.
Yeah.
And at first I was like this purist, like only Christmas, that needs to be the biggest thing. People with Halloween are like kind of encroaching on it and what the heck. And
Yeah.
how this holiday started is like actually it's kind of evil.
Again.
But over the years I've softened toward it. I'm like, that's fine. It's fun. Why not have a good time and build family traditions? And yeah.
Because they have the whole thing with Lacey's aunt, Emily's aunt, who she hasn't really celebrated Halloween since her aunt passed away. It was a big thing that they did with her aunt, and
that felt a little like, I don't know if that, I mean, I can see that for Christmas.
yeah, but that's the true spirit of Halloween is about remembering the ones you love and having fun and creating memories with those that are still here.
Yeah. And
So
really,
that was very Christmas. I mean,
yeah, yes, you're right. That kind
the
of, I was like,
spirit of Halloween. What?
part of me was like, I've been a mom for so long. To me, Halloween is I take my children trick or treating. And then
Yeah.
you grow up and you're an adult and it's fun, but they made it sound like a Christmas thing where it's like, this is we believe. I'm a believer.
Yeah. The true spirit of Halloween is a little
Yeah.
much. It's a little
It,
much, but it
you're
was
right.
funny. It kind of made me laugh.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm like, you're right. Maybe they were trying to prepare us for Christmas movies,
yeah,
but
I
just
think so.
with a little bit of a, different twist. So.
But I mean, I would give this one 5 crowns as far as our ranking. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very funny. I liked all the actors. I
Yeah,
don't know. I have very
absolutely.
few
Very few
flaws.
complaints. Very
Yeah.
few. I don't know if I have any besides that one you were just pointing out.
Because
Yeah.
even the little side plot with the reporter was like sweet and nice. I enjoyed it.
I loved it.
Mhm.
I'm at 5 as well. I could give it plus if I could, like bring on another one, and because they
Yeah.
kudos to Hallmark, to the whole cast. Do it
Yeah.
again. I would watch another one. I'm gonna go back and watch all 3 of these again. Had an absolute fun time.
We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. It's the Hallmarkies merch store.
Are you looking for that perfect gift for the postable, Hardy, or Hallmarky in your life?
What about getting that t-shirt or hoodie that will help you stand out at your next holiday party?
Now is the time to check out the Hallmarkies merch store.
Full of festive designs by artists like Jessica Miller, Carrie from Hallmark Comics, and more.
You can even have more than just shirts, but totes, cell phone cases, notebooks, mugs, and more.
And it isn't just Hallmark. We have designs for Anna Green Gables, Man from Snowy River, The Nanny, and more.
Every purchase at the merch store goes to help support the podcast and allows us to make the great content you know and love.
There are frequent sales, so go to tpublic.com/stores/Hallmarkies or see the link in the description.
That's tpublic.com/stores/Hallmarkies.
We're going to talk about 3 mysteries. I do not have detailed notes on these. I just watched them, so forgive me.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about them in less detail than these other 3.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, so we have Mystery Island House Rules. This is one that I've seen, you haven't seen. This is on the 14th. It stars Elizabeth Henstridge, Charlie Weber, writer John Christian Plummer. Mystery Island success raises plans of expansion, and the island team meets their Mystery Mountain counterparts for a friendly murder game. But the fun ends with a murder in plain sight. So when I read this for when we were doing our preview, I did a literal spit take. Like I laughed my head off. The idea that Mystery Island has been a success when it's led to nothing but actual murders is like so ridiculous to me. And the fact that anyone would want to do an expansion on this murder island is like hilarious. But I have to say, it's actually a pretty fun movie.
Okay.
And what works about it is that so it's kind of like who can outsmart each other, the Mystery Mountain people or the Mystery Island people. And it's one of the few Hallmark mysteries, and maybe it helped a little bit that I watched this one first. So,
Yeah.
Whereas by the time we got to the 3rd mystery in one day, I was a little bit like,
You were burned out of mysteries.
struggling a little bit. So
Yeah.
that's fair. But but I thought it genuinely surprised me, which is hard to do with these mysteries. Usually I'm like, okay, I see exactly what's going to happen. So if like it's so obvious who the red herrings are and but because this was more about these 2 groups of people trying to trick each other, I thought that it was more surprising. And there's definitely a couple things that you think are real that turn out to not be real, and surprises that way. And so yeah, I don't know if this is the last we're gonna get of these movies. We've gotten none of them have done very well.
Yeah,
So
I hadn't ever heard of them, and somehow I missed this one, and it never came up to be a possibility to record. So I don't know if they like
I
put
think
it on
these are
and
like filmed in Mexico or someplace like that.
yeah.
And they must have just had like a great deal on this house, and so they just like pumped out a bunch of these because they don't really have a following. They're not that popular. None of them have done very well. So it's like I was kind of surprised that we kept getting them.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen them really advertised that much, or maybe I've
No.
just kind of missed it. So
Yeah. Well, and the one that was supposed to be in June ended up not getting aired until August, which was weird.
Oh,
So we just had one in August, and now we have this one in September. And this one we actually got some relationship building between
oh,
Elizabeth Henshaw's character and Charlie Weber. It kind of end with a kiss, which we never even gotten close to that with them.
mm,
And so that makes me think is it might be the end. It might be the last one. I wouldn't be
yeah.
shocked. Especially because it's kind of like going full circle with like the success of Mystery Island versus Mystery Mountain.
Mm.
And but I would give this one a pretty high mystery grade just because it was surprising.
Yeah. It's good to
Uh,
be surprised.
yeah,
Yeah.
I did not see it coming, and so I had fun with that on that level. And so I think it didn't have the same kind of clues that you normally have or red herrings or those sort of. I mean, it did, but like it was more about what's going on with Mystery Mountain versus Mystery Island. And it
Mm.
was just different than like a typical murder mystery with like a cop investigating kind of thing, which is probably why I
Yeah.
liked it more than
Yeah,
most.
because that's the pattern we usually see. The formula in
Mhm.
the others is there's uh there's a woman and then there's a cop or an investigator friend.
Yeah. So I would give this one like a 4.25.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm
It
gonna
was
mark note that if it ever comes back on, I want to watch it. I
mhm.
want to try it.
Yeah, if you have a Hallmark Plus, it's pretty fun. But
Yeah.
all right. So then we have Haunted Harmony Mysteries Buried at Sea. That's a
Yeah.
C. Um, this is on the 12th. It stars Tamara Mallory Housley, Rustyard Cooper, and Marco Gazzini. Our favorite music teacher, Gethsemane, is back again, along with her trusted ghost friend Eamon, to solve the unexplained death of a sea captain. So, what do you think of this one overall?
This was the first I've watched of this
Oh, okay, you didn't
franchise.
see the other one.
No, and I was like really I liked it a lot. I thought I'm gonna try to watch more of these now because she was darling. She's such a beautiful singer. And this okay, I want to know some backstory with these two guys that seem to want to ask her out and the
Well,
detective and the,
I do not understand why Marco Gazzini is in these movies.
well,
Like
he barely
he
had
is
anything to do.
he's barely in. Like, did he just need a job? And Hallmark's like, we'll help you out.
We'll fit
Because
you in
like,
over here. Sometimes
yeah,
look at
like
her longingly.
it's so weird. Like he really does not need to be in this movie. And like they could just either, yeah, have her with the
Yeah.
officer guy, or just have her be like a fun adventure with the ghost. Like
Yes.
we don't
Yes.
need a love interest.
I that's why I was so confused and I want to see the others. So they're all because I thought, well, she
Because
spends most of the movie with this ghost,
but
but then
Marco
occasionally,
Gazzini is barely in the other
yeah.
one too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
he's
yeah,
in
I'm
like
like
two scenes.
occasionally he comes in the room and just gives her eyes for days. He has a good long
Yeah.
term look, but then he would disappear again. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
is this what's happening?
He's
So
maybe even in it less
really than the
in
others?
I mean, it's
Mm.
so weird. Like he really is only in these movies for a few scenes, and it's just odd. So
Yeah.
obviously you can't have any chemistry if they're not
They're not
together.
together. She has so
And
much. Yeah, she's with the ghost the whole time.
yeah, and
She
it's
had
just you don't need it. Like just have her have a fun ghost adventures.
Yeah, you could just do that because that was really fun to see her interactions with the ghost and then
Mm-hmm.
how she'd be like trying to like talk to him out of the side of her mouth because she's the only one who can see him. He was
Mm-hmm.
clever. He was, I mean, I really like that actor. I thought, wow, he's really good.
He's good, yeah.
So
And everything with her
yeah,
brother, that was nice.
really nice,
That
great
was
chemistry.
nice.
It made me
Yeah.
miss my brothers.
Yeah.
Though when she walks into the pub holding his hand, I'm like, I wouldn't hold my brother's hand. I'd be like, get in here.
Yeah.
And I'd like hit him, we'd be like, "Meh." We'd act
That's true. I agree.
I was like, we'd act more like a brother sister, like, meh. But I liked that they were close. And I love
Yeah.
seeing siblings that are close and
Mhm.
great. I mean, yeah, I was really impressed. I thought I think I've just kind of spent too much time. I have not spent enough time watching enough of the mystery franchises. They have so many.
I
And this one I'll
know.
try some more of. It was
I
fun.
was very well, there's only two. So I was very surprised that they made a second one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I just feel like this hadn't been that popular. The first one, when was that first one? Let me think.
Oh, I
So the
think,
first one was in 2023.
uh-huh.
So,
Oh, it's been a
and
while.
I feel like it was just one of it, I think someone could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this was released in October that year,
Okay.
and it was sort of swallowed up by Christmas and Christmas enthusiasm, or I could be
Oh.
wrong, but it was just one that didn't get a lot of attention. It didn't get a lot of,
Oh. I felt
and
like there was a lot of history in the movie, so I thought there must be more of them. It just
no, it's
felt
just
pretty
two.
rich. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Like
Mm-hmm.
it had a good foundation that it was building on. So,
Yeah. I mean, and you get the backstory of the ghost in the first one,
okay.
and you get some more backstory on her and why she's in
Yeah.
Scotland and stuff
Sure.
like that.
Yeah.
Um, but
Like he over there, he's not Irish or Scottish either, and he's over there, but then the investigator or police detective was, um, who also seemed to be wanting to ask her out but hasn't. So,
I guess they're based on books. Alexia
oh,
Gordon's Gethsemane Brown Mysteries book
that makes sense.
series.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I'll look those up too. I always like to find a good book. I'm like, sure. But
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting that they made it at all.
yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought like pretty it was pretty predictable. It was obvious kind of who. I mean, they literally show us, so I guess they show us
Yeah.
at the beginning the who the murderer is, but like
So
all
then
the
the
steps along
filler.
the
Yeah.
way were pretty
Yeah.
um
I found
predictable.
myself thinking about how in the US you need probable cause and search warrants. How do you tell a judge, well, a ghost told me where to look? And that's how I found it.
Right. Yeah, that wouldn't probably hold up in court well.
Yeah. A ghost was right there telling me how to question the suspect, and I figured it out. And he went into
Maybe
the
in
room and saw, yeah. So,
maybe in Scotland they have different rules.
yeah.
Just
Well,
kidding.
I'm sure they
It's
do.
too bad our friend Michelle that she couldn't have because
Joined us and helped
she's
us
from
explain this.
Scotland.
Yeah. And the whole thing, well, and the whole difference, because is it Ireland as well they keep referring to? Because Eamon and I swear he was speaking when he was saying,
Oh, maybe he's
because
oh, maybe,
or I know they were in Scotland and Ireland because the boat captain was in one place and then went to the other.
mhm.
The boat went to the other, and I had to watch the subtitles because he was saying, "Tell her she's the word for my treasure," and
Oh yeah.
they were pronouncing it with like a S, but it was spelled with an L. It was so fascinating. The language is fascinating.
Oh yeah. She moves to Ireland to teach at a yeah. So no, I
But there was some Scottish because they were also the guy with the yellow hat was Scottish who was killed, the boat captain.
oh yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm getting confused.
yeah.
So
So he was speaking Scottish. Anyway, we
right.
need
Yeah,
Michelle. You're
yeah.
right. We
I
just need her.
know.
Um, Especially if they make more of these, it'll help us figure it all out. And
Yeah.
if they make more, let's give Marcus, what's his name? Marco, what's his name? Uh,
Marco Gazzini, give him
more,
something to
give him
do.
more to
Like
do.
so weird.
He's
Or
been in the rookie. I like him. I think he
just
needs to.
eliminate him. He's not. I mean, I hate to deprive anybody of a role, but I just
Yeah.
think that it'd be fine. If it's just her and the ghost, that's no problem.
Yeah, that's true. It really, you don't have to try to force any romance in, even though it was cute and they gave each other
Yeah.
some really cute looks. Her and the ghost solving crimes are fun.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would give this one 3.75.
Yeah. If I'm comparing it to the other one we're about to do, I would bump it up more. But
Yeah, that's fair. I agree with you.
I'm probably about there. By itself, yeah, 3.75 is perfect.
So we have Jane Mysteries, Too Much to Lose, starring Jodie Sweetin, Stephen Huszar. While preparing for the Children's Hospital Gala, Jane DeSalvo investigates the disappearance of a journalist who vanished after winning a game show. Partnering with Detective John Cameron, Jane uncovers a dangerous world of blackmail and fraud. So pretty much the only thing I liked in this movie is the game show was epic. I
The
would
game show.
love to be on What's a Pun. That's hilarious. I
Mhm.
loved the game show.
That whole aspect, I was like, I would watch this show.
I
I
would too. Oh yeah.
totally would watch this show. I love all those kinds of name that tune and all I mean, please give me the show. But that you're right. And this was my first Jane Mysteries as well. And when I went back and looked at this was what, number 4, I was like, oh, they made
And it's
4?
been a while since I have seen those other ones.
Yeah.
And so I could be forgetting something, but in my memory, the last one, they had set up some leads, some cliffhangers about her mom and what had happened with her mom
Oh,
and some other backstory. And then there's like nothing with that
I
here.
didn't touch it. Interesting.
No. And it just was really bland.
It kind
Just,
of was. And you know me, I like to be nice. I hate to criticize, but
yeah,
I'll just be like my husband's Nana. It was not my favorite.
it was not my favorite.
You know, there were some sweet things, and I've always liked, both of these actors. They still felt kind of stiff around each other.
Yeah, they
That's
don't
why
have chemistry at all.
yeah.
And
So I'd like to see that relax and grow. If we're gonna do this, then let's kind of get warmer. And there were cute things. She's like, "Oh, are we gonna have a second date?" That was kind
I
of
like
cute.
Stephen Huzar as a human, super nice man. I
Yeah.
do think he struggles with chemistry a lot with his
Yeah.
co-stars. It just
And yeah,
I don't
maybe
know.
it
Like
was
I can't think of a movie where I felt like it really sizzled that much with him.
with a co-star. Yeah.
Yeah.
And part of me was thinking, okay, he's playing like an investigator detective. Like, yeah, he has to be kind of
Yeah, that's
grounded
true.
and kind of, business focused. I know a ton of back when I worked on daily radio, I was interacting with police officers a lot and they were yeah, they were kind of guarded. But if these two have been working together side by side, let's start to warm up a little and let's get cozy. Let's get a little
This just had very little meat on the bones as far as like the plot was very predictable as she is investigating, trying to find this journalist and what
yeah.
happened to the journalist. And, you know,
Yeah.
like I had just seen it. And then I was like, I should have taken notes because I can't remember anything about it that happened.
Yeah, I'd written down the parrot knows something,
Oh, yeah, the parrot.
and there were some clever moments. I wrote down, "You're going on a stakeout, not trick or treating, Sherlock Holmes." I love how she would like pick outfits. That was
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
fun. I'm like,
That was
hey,
fun.
the girl loves clothes, and she wants to look good and feel ready for a part. That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah. And I don't mind her. I think it's kind of fun, her singing and all of
The
these.
singing was fun. Yeah, it was. That's kind of a cool thing to showcase.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I forgot that her job is like this is I forget what exactly her title is.
I wrote down, she inherits a foundation that runs a detective
Yeah,
agency.
she's like a real detective. She's not like an amateur
Yeah,
sleuth.
because he was so helpful. And in other movies, there's this push and pull, like, I can't help you, you're not legit. In this case, he's like, yeah, we're working together.
Yeah.
She's a detective agency, he's a police detective, right? Yeah. And they worked together without any friction. And that
Yeah.
made me think, oh, I probably missed that back in one of the first movies of these. So
Yeah, I mean, I would probably I mean, I don't know which I like better, amateur sleuths or real detectives.
yeah.
They both can be done well, I suppose. But
Yeah.
I prefer these mystery movies when they lean into the camp, when they're just like a
Yeah.
little bit silly. And so I think that's maybe why I like the amateur sleuth a little bit better because it's so ridiculous and absurd,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
that's true. And it's good for me because I like to go to something like to have an option like a detective movie or like a crime movie when I watch so much fluff. But then
Mhm.
these aren't quite these protect me or my children walking in from true like horror, like blood all over, like violence. It's like woof, I don't think I want that in my life, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
these are safe where you can be like, oh, there's a mystery here instead
Mhm.
of like, I can't, oh my goodness, I can't see, I can't watch.
Yeah. Although that when they found the body, that was
Oh yeah, actually that's true.
it was a
Actually,
little grisly in this one.
actually you're right, it kind of was. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
never mind. I take it all back.
That's why I'm saying I like it better when they lean into the camp, even with stuff like that, you know.
Yeah,
And the Mr. Allen movies are more fun in that regard. They
yeah,
do get they lean into the camp. They're trying to be like they're basically Hallmark's version of the Knives Out movies, which I don't really like the Knives Out movies.
yeah.
But that's what they're trying. They're trying to be a little campy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Why not?
So I would give this one to,
I was generous and did 2.5.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Kudos,
was pretty
there's some
bad.
fun things, but it
Yeah.
was
Hey, you made a
yeah.
movie. I didn't make a movie, so way to
Oh,
go. But
absolutely. Yeah.
but it just didn't work for me. It didn't come together. And I
Yeah.
do think it's a major problem that they just dropped all of these interesting story threads that they had
Yeah.
set up in the previous film.
Yeah. Are they supposed to kind of stand alone or can they build on each other? And in this
I
case, it
don't
didn't seem
know.
to build.
It
So
was very weird.
I don't know.
So yeah, that was strange. But anyway, you can't win them all.
No,
So that's what we have. My favorite Hall of the Halloween, but it was a pretty good fall season for Hallmark. So
absolutely. I totally agree.
yeah,
Overall, great time. Great time.
let us know what you think about these movies. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section, and let us know what your favorites of. Now we're finished. We have recapped all of the non-holiday films for Hallmark 2025, which is surreal and amazing.
Yeah.
And we're on to Christmas. It's coming this weekend.
It's
So let
upon
us
us.
know what your favorites of the year have been for Hallmark. We'd love to have that in the comments section. So yeah, definitely. Also, I want to apologize in advance because I didn't realize, and this shows how like homegrown podcaster I am. I didn't realize that people could put comments on Spotify. I know I'm
Oh,
terrible. I finally figured it out, and I've been there's like 4 years of comments. I
oh,
apologize to anybody who was like, she's so rude. She never responds to comments on Spotify. I apologize.
listen, Rachel's built this from the ground up. Everybody, she's doing her best. She's home taught, home trained.
Sorry.
We're so grateful you're here.
Thank you. But anyway, so now if you comment on Spotify, now I will actually see it and respond. So
There you go.
but anyway,
You got
let
some
us
things to do tonight.
know what you think. And thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. And if people want to follow you on social media, stuff like that, how do they do that?
Yeah, on Twitter/X, I guess it's @_Mary Richards. Instagram, I'm Mary Richards Reports, and Facebook, Reporter Mary Richards.
Great. And you can find me at Rachel's Reviews, all over social media, iTunes, YouTube, and on Rotten Tomatoes. So check that out. Also, make sure you're following the podcast, Hallmarkies Pod, Hallmarkies Podcast, all over social media. And if you are listening on iTunes or Spotify, please leave your reviews and ratings. That's the biggest way you can help out the podcast for free. Is to leave your ratings and reviews on iTunes. It really helps more people to find our show, helps the algorithm. So please, please, please. And if you are watching on YouTube, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We really, really appreciate it. I would love to get to 10K subscribers by the end of the year. That's been my goal. We're really close. So please, please subscribe. And we would appreciate it very much. We do have our patron group, which is really fun, additional support that you can give us, and you get to be part of monthly watch-alongs and Q&As and bonus episodes. I really try to make it worth your while to be a member of the Patreon. And then we have a merch store where we have tons of fun designs, including this new one. New one. So check that out. And thanks so much, everybody. And we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.